very, very special person. I've dealt with him for a long time, Benjamin Netanyahu. We appreciate you being here, and we are a friend of Israel, as you know.
You've been a remarkable friend of the State of Israel. You stand by us. You're standing with us. You are a great, great champion of our alliance. Mr. President, I want to first thank you for First, if I can mention tariffs, it's a subject of some interest today. I can tell you that I said to the President a very simple thing. We will eliminate the trade deficit with the United States. We intend to do it very quickly. We think it's the right thing to do. And we're going to also eliminate trade barriers, a variety of trade barriers that have been put up unnecessarily. And I think Israel can serve as a model for many countries who ought to do the same. If Gazans want to leave, we want to take them in. And I think this is...
In Afghanistan, in one of the dumbest situations, I think, and maybe the most embarrassing. They don't take anything practically, and yet they send...
Mr. President, do you plan to reduce the tariffs that your government put on Israeli goods, 70%?
On where?
On Israeli goods, the 70%.
Well, we're talking about a whole new trade. Maybe not. Maybe not. Don't forget, we help Israel a lot. You know, we give Israel $4 billion a year. That's a lot. Congratulations, by the way. That's pretty good. But we give Israel billions of dollars a year. But no, we take good care of our friends, and we don't take care of our enemies. We're not taking care of our enemies anymore, but we do take care of our friends.
Ready, folks? Ready.
I spoke this morning with the Prime Minister of Japan, and we had a very good conversation. They're coming, and I said, one thing, you're going to have to open up your country, because we sold no cars, like 0 cars in Japan, and they sold millions of cars into our country. They don't really take our agriculture, a little bit of it, just to keep us slightly happy. And so we have a great relationship with Japan. We're going to keep it that way, but they're coming in to meet. And now people are copying it. You know, maybe you want to tell. People are talking about the Trump plan. Gee, what do we do? With China, as you know, against my statement, they put a 34% tariff on above what their ridiculous tariffs were already. And I said, if that tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on above the tariffs that we put on. I have a great relationship with President Xi. I hope it's going to stay that way. I have great respect for China, but they can't do this with just, we're going to have one shot at this. They went wild. China went wild. And the money they make is ridiculous, okay? It's just not going to happen. And hopefully we'll get along with China. If we do, that's great, and if we don't, that's okay too. But we can't let that continue, because that's an abuse. We're going to get fair deals and good deals with every country, and if we don't, we're going to have nothing to do with them. They're not going to be allowed to participate in the United States.
Mr. President,
Hold it. Just relax, we have time. This gentleman is all day long.
How do you ensure, Mr. President, that these tariffs don't drive U.S. trading partners into the hands of the Chinese?
I'm not worried about it. If they want to be in the hands of the U.S., they don't want to be in the hands of the Chinese. And, the Chinese have turned out to be really not very good at that. People that are with us, they're with us. But we cannot be taken advantage of any longer.
And maybe you could elaborate as well a little bit on not providing tariffs on Russia, sir.
So the reason we're not talking about tariffs with Russia is because we're not doing business essentially with Russia, because they're in a war. And the countries that really took advantage of us are now saying, please negotiate. You know why? Because they're getting beaten badly because of what's happening. But it's the only chance we're going to have to reset the table on trade. And when we do, we're going to come out unbelievably well. We're going to have a strong country economically again. And we're going to have those factories that are empty all over the United States.
Mr. President, You said it could take 2 years to get American manufacturing fully up to speed in response to these tariffs. What happens in the meantime?
Well,
Should
fully-
Americans be prepared
well,
potentially for years
I'll tell you what.
of disruption?
We have now $7 trillion. Think of this, 7 trillion of commitments from companies wanting to go in, from Apple to many, many companies.
But that takes time.
Many from Taiwan. What?
It takes time to
Of course it
fully
takes.
manufacture
Well, are you
products.
asking me a question or are you telling me? Yeah, it takes time. You know, you got to build a thing called a factory. You have to build your energy. You have to do a lot of things. I'm giving them energy. You know, we're going to let them build their own power plants. They'll be their own. Essentially, they're going to be in charge of the power plant because our power is not reliable enough. You have a grid that's old and susceptible to a lot of things, including bombing and weather and a lot of other things. And we're going to give them record timing in terms of approvals of electric plants.